What's going on, everybody? Hope you're all doing well. I'm extremely late tonight, 22 minutes late. Whoops, or something. I don't know. What can I say at this point, guys? It's just feels like it's never gonna change, man. I'm always gonna be somewhat late. Let's get a tweet out. We're gonna go through the Summoner Sanctum today, by the way. That's why I'm on this screen. Dearest, yeah, to Marvel Champions. Call off the search dogs. I'm here. I don't know if that makes sense. I mean, I was late, but this is still typical for me, right? I'll just say it anyway. I'm okay. Just super late. Yes. Okay. All the search dogs, I'm okay. Just super late to eat. Alright. The Kraken. Standing over a buck with the quickness. Kraken. Thank you very much. Stop. Much appreciated. Hopefully I'm not lagging. No, I'm not lagging. Okay, that's good. That's good. I uploading something else at the moment. Not that it's gonna go live, but you know, I was just afraid it was gonna crush my upload speeds for streaming. But anyway. Love from India, love right back to India, man. Kraken, did you have anything, any actual message either? Ooh, looks like we do have some things in the chat. Just saying, yeah, whoops. Eric Nelson asking how the F you do that. Kraken, that was very fast. That was super fast. There you are, lady. I was getting worried. It's all good, Dragon. I'm okay. I'm all right. Like I said, call off the search dogs. All right. Anyway, what's up, everybody? I was thinking we'll go through this. Well, you know what? We'll go through the survey in a little bit, actually. I thought it'd be fun just to go through on stream. But we'll go through it later, I guess. Maybe in like half an hour or something like that, because, well, we really didn't get to talk a whole lot yesterday, doing all the testing and stuff like that. So, let's start out in the arena. Grind it out for a little bit. And we'll come back to the survey. Because I'm kind of curious. I want to fill out the survey, but I want to get your guys' take on things, too. I want to see, like, in general, how other people feel about strikers and stuff. Because I got some fairly unique thoughts, I guess, maybe on them. But didn't feel like making a video necessarily yet. So we'll just talk about it during the stream. But anyway, let's go and actually hit the arena. Let's go do that. Let's do it up. Christian sent over 2 saying, BG, is Hyperion worth a generic awakening gem? He sure is. Yep. Absolutely. Yeah. I mean, here's the thing about Hyperion. You can play him unawakened. So you can try him out, you know, before full committing. But if you like the champion, I would say 100%. Yeah, man. Like, I still don't know how it's going to line up when Hyperion comes to the 6-star arena, but I might be grinding for him. And if I get him, then I would slap a I have a class awakening gem, as someone reminded me last time. I think Karate Mike reminded me last time. But if I didn't, like, I would give him a generic awakening gem. I already know I like the champ that much. I use the champ that much. The value, like, you can, just because you could play a champ unawakened doesn't mean that they don't deserve to be awakened. With the amount that I would be playing him for such a variety of content, I would generate way more value than the gem is worth by itself. So yeah, I would say totally worth it, absolutely. But give it a go, unawakened, and see how you feel. Twitter for strikers, easy, sure. What do we got on the Twitter for strikers? I think this would be a really cool way to implement strikers from Fantastic Four, July 1982. Good lord. That's some old striker stuff. Okay, hold on. It's worse if I click on it. Let's see. Yow! What the heck is that nutty magician doing to him? I ain't never heard nothing like that. That's definitely not how things sounds. No time for questions, Ben. Galactus has dropped his guard. We have only one chance to dunk on this fool. I think they're playing basketball, which is kind of cheating because this guy could just dunk so easily. Anyway, I hear you talking, big brain. That's what you call me. Hold on tight and we'll finish this quick and neat. Wow, you can tell this was written a long time ago. We'll finish this quick and neat. Hurry, thing. I can only take so much of this pressure. Boing. That it would be cool, yeah. Like an ancient oak swaying before the onslaught of a hurricane, Galactus staggers. Then, incredibly, was there a part 2? Dang, dude. When you get the full, I like this too right here. Impact! Oh man, I'm poking fun at this, but yeah, it would be cool. I do think this would be cool. Thing in general feels like a good striker because the dude comes in, he would come in like unstoppable, right? It feels like he'd be a cool striker, and yeah, combining Fantastic Four together like that'd be cool. I wonder if spoiler, Galactus falls. Okay, I wonder if I mean, like right now strikers don't count as synergies, but I wonder if some striker combinations could count as synergies. You know what I mean? Like so I mean Fantastic Four, like the ones that are like actually really close together in the story, that they're more than synergies. And then maybe they could maybe that's part of the striker is just okay. If you put some of the Fantastic Four together, you just get to have their synergies. I don't think it'd be too OP, depending on how you kind of curate the list of champs that go together. The Fantastic Four in general, they have nice bonuses, but never really feels like it's super game-breaking, even when you activate like the entire cast of champs together, even though some of the synergies are pretty nice. But anyway. BG, can you check my tweets? My bank isn't letting my card go through. Sure, man. You don't have to send something. Let's see. What do we got here? What do we got? What am I looking at here? 19... Is that 19 minutes? We're going to start this chain off with a rank 3 200 chi charge special 2 against Wolvie. I didn't even get to see the damage. Let's watch that one more time. I was too busy looking at the time. Let's see. All right, so Wolverine, he's got full health. Oh, never mind. He's dead on the first hit. That was a 412k. First hit. It looks like it took a while to build that up, but still. Hot dang, dude. It's pretty good. More than friends? Yeah. BG doesn't know anything about Nimrod. I know a little bit, but that's mostly true. I don't know a ton about Nimrod. BG, what up, Tom? Just got a new puppy. Hey, that's cool. He's half. Is that how you spell Dutch Hound? And half German Shepherd. We named him Frankfurter. He's a German sausage dog. Dude, come on, man. I got so excited that you got an actual new puppy because there's not much more exciting in life than that. And oh my god, dude. Boo, dude. For sure, you've heard of the fastball special. Yeah, synergy between Wolverine and Colossus. And they did that all the time in the comics where Colossus would just chuck Wolvie at whoever they're fighting. Yeah, so something like that. Yeah. PG, did you see the analyzer's interview with Profoff? No. I cried, such a good guy. Oh, man. No, I didn't. I had no idea that they did something like that. I'm gonna have to check that out, man. I'm gonna have to check that out. See how Analyzer's doing. Hope he's doing all right. Good morning, BG. You have a rank up dilemma. Rank 2 Claire or rank 5 Fury, APOC, Warlock, or Void. PS Void, Awaken, and Nick is 2 PPS. I have 1 point in deep wounds. Okay. A lot of solid rank ups. Kind of depends on what your needs are. I don't know where you're at in the game, Crystal, but let's see. If you, I mean, I am kind of leaning towards Claire, I would say. Just her versatility. If this is one of the maybe your earlier rank 5s or rank 2s, I usually don't go towards the 6 stars necessarily, but Claire is an exceptional champ, where she doesn't need to be awakened or anything, and she's such a versatile champ and has you know, healing for days and utility for days and all that. If you are not quite Cavalier yet, then I would suggest going with Claire, or if maybe you just hit Cav and you want to do the Mystic variant, then I would go with Claire. If you've already done like the Mystic variant, well, then at that point you'd have to, you know, think about which variant you'd want to do next. But again, if you're not quite ready for the back issues, for the variants, then I would just say go Claire. It's a pretty safe bet. But yeah, those are all pretty good options. I would actually put if you didn't really necessarily want to go Claire, I would probably put Warlock or APOC second. I'd probably put Fury and Void. I'd probably cross them off the list for now. Great rank ups later on, but I feel like the other champs will potentially help you out even more. BG, you have to say the Incursions with Joel was extremely entertaining. Well, Brez, I'm glad you enjoyed it, dude. And the next time we make some sort of wager, we'll probably come with the solo competitive, but who knows? Maybe we'll do something like that again, too. Don't know if you already mentioned it, but what is your prediction for this round? Oh, my bad. I don't have the cutoffs on screen. So I just copied the cutoffs from round 1. Wait, what? Oh, no, yeah, okay, never mind, sorry. I thought I put the wrong numbers, but no, these are the correct numbers. These are the cutoffs that were there for round 1, at least the reported ones. I don't know if things are going to go up or down. I was pretty surprised to see how low 6-star Black Widow went for. She's not that good of a champ, so it's not like super surprising, but still a 6-star champ. I'm kind of surprised to see it go that low, so maybe that number would go up, maybe not. I don't know. But yeah, good luck if you're grinding. SPG missed the rest of the tweet. Can someone let him know? There's more to the tweet. What else is there here? Up next, some insane daily Thronebreaker monthly card cap crystal, and one of my next rank 3s. Nice, congrats on the Venom. And we're gonna finish off this thread with a 4K unit Cosmic Tech 6-star Nexus, and my next rank 3. Oh yeah, that Awakening on King Groot. Okay, this I would have done the same thing, but I know a lot of people that would have said, nah man, I'm taking Stark Spidey. I know some people that would have taken Hulkbuster too. That's a good looking Nexus. But yeah, I would have picked King Groot too. Totally. Just want to confirm. What's up, Peanut? Striker uses the main attacker's kit and active buffs during their special. So if it's Corvus with remaining charges, the Striker's hits are all critical. I don't know. I would assume not, but I don't know. I don't know. I honestly have no idea how that would work out, but I feel like it wouldn't work that way, but hey, possibly. Hard to say right now. Until we see a little bit more of the strikers. I think this is also like stuff that's subject to change. I think it's pretty intentional, like the way that Kabam has been coming out with these changes. I think depending on how you look at it, they're either afraid to make changes due to, you know, poor reactions from the community, or you can maybe take it from a more positive perspective and say, hey, they're really listening to the player base. Either way, what they've been doing is, you know, testing stuff just live before it actually goes out in like a more permanent form, right? So first we had, oh my god, Root, right? We had Root, and we had like that whole like side quest and stuff like that, and then before it was ever given to a champion or anything like that. Now we've got strikers, and they're doing the same thing. They're collecting all this feedback about it, and I'm sure some of the stuff is going to be subject to change before it's released in a champion form, or whatever strikers are going to be, in like a permanent quest, or however we access them. So I would imagine some of the stuff is definitely subject to change. But it is interesting to think about. You just got my first 6-star Mysterio. Good, right? For your first 6-star, I would say that's good, yeah. I'm not a gigantic fan of Mysterio, but for a first one, that's pretty solid. He doesn't really need to be awakened. Awakened ability is nice. But he can be played without it and has some basic utility. Poison immunity, poison damage. He's an annoying defender as well, so even if you didn't like him, you could always slap him on defense. Were Incursions a side event kind of thing before they were permanent? Not exactly. So Incursions were like dungeons originally, which dungeons was kind of a side event quest. Incursions, when those came out though, wait, were they a side? Were Incursions a side quest still too at that point? Crap, now I don't remember. You might be right. I don't know, but dungeons definitely were like somewhat temporary. The way they tried to do them, it was like a permanent reoccurring thing, I guess, though, because the way they tried to do them was they would save them for like the second half of the month after people had already finished their you know, like monthly event quest, and give them something else to do. So it was always like a permanent mode. But yeah, I don't remember how Incursions were first released. Does Shang-Chi need his awaken ability? No, he does not. BG have a 5-star AA. He's awakened, and a Guardian unawakened, who should be my first rank 5. I'm going for Cav. Oof. Weather lightning. This is tough, man. I mean, here's the thing. I think that Archangel is the vastly stronger champion. However, for going for Cav in particular, you're going to go up against a lot of champs that are immune, that you cannot use Archangel for, or you're not going to have a good time using for, at least. A lot of robot bosses, or, you know, the Crossbones fight where you're going to need someone, you know, poison immune. Yeah, I don't know if you have a third option. If you don't, then I would say Archangel, but yeah, if you have a third option, then it might be best to just kind of bench Archangel for now. Or not, I mean, not bench him. You can still use him, still put him on the team, but just, you know, sideline that rank up for the time being. The other thing I would say about Archangel is he's not particularly good at the variants after you get Cav, which would be your next goal in game. But I have a couple generic 5-star gems to burn, but if he doesn't need it, then I won't give it to him. I mean, if you have 5-star generics to burn. His awaken ability is nice. I would use one on him. It's just you can play him unawakened too. Well, yeah, I mean, like I always say too, you don't have to hard commit either way. You can play the champ, see how you like him unawakened, and if you like him, slap that gem into him. It's a good awaken ability. Used to be a dual class base that rotated every 2 days for 2 weeks out of the month. Speaking with the dungeons. That's right. It was like a class thing, huh? Brian, I have sent you important messages. Stop this. Stop what? What? What are you talking about, Tom? How do I get the feeling that you didn't send anything important? Brian, what is the scariest tree? Bamboo. That's what I thought. Nothing important. Tom, come on, dude. Boo, man. Come on. Streaming Chef 705. Streaming Chef, thank you very much. Saying ABG, what is up with Arena? What you talking about, man? I got to a streak of 7, and I'm getting matches triple my team's PI. Is there something different? Do you guys notice something different? I'm unaware of something being different. So it might depend on the champs that you're using, because around that streak, that's when you do start to fight some of the tougher opponents. But occasionally, this has happened a few times at this point, where matches are like way harder than they should be, and then Kabam has to fix it. So it's possible something's bugged again, but it could also just be the champs you're using are you know, really low PI, maybe? I don't know. If you have more info, we can maybe try to get to the bottom of this, of like what champs you're using. Original 705 of them Canadian bucks saying, just saying, hi. What up, Original? What's up, man? Thank you very much for the 2 toonies and the loony. Welcome. So space out your messages to BG. Yes, if someone's spamming, please don't spam, guys. Have some courtesy to your fellow chatters. Red Guardian Unawakened rank 4 to rank 5, or Guardian Unawakened rank 3 to 4. Who's better? I'm not such a big fan of either of those rank ups, to be honest. Do you have an option C? I wouldn't do either of those rank ups personally. If I had to choose between them, I don't even know. I guess the Guardian one, because then eventually you could awaken him and sig him up, but I don't think either are super helpful, as is. Yep, been getting death matches myself. Okay. Yeah, I used my best team of 6 stars, and I fought as rank 4. Won, but it was hard. Okay. Use max 5s and add death squads at streak 6 and 7 as well, actually. Okay, so it's possible that it's bugged. And that Kabam needs to fix this again. Last time Kabam tipped, fixed it pretty quickly. I don't know if we could expect it to be that fast again, but yeah, he spams all the time, gets timed out all the time, doesn't learn. Oh, I didn't even see who was spamming. But whoever is spamming, stop now or you're just gonna get banned. Hold on. I'm gonna try to get a message to Kabam. They're not gonna see it right away, but I'll make a note of it so that they can maybe look into it. Give me 1 sec here. Just sending this message. Okay, message sent. We'll see what happens. Again, I don't expect something to be fixed super fast, but made them aware of it at least. Okay, shit, sending over a buck. Shit. What up, dude? Thank you very much for the bucks. Do you think Awaken Shang-Chi will help with 6'3", 6'4"? Also just took Mole God to rank 5. Probably. Probably. Did you already rank him up? Because, I mean, you definitely don't need Shang-Chi to get through those quests. I mean, I don't remember all the nodes that are in 6'3" and 6'4". We just tested out Toad in some of that content yesterday, and I was kind of, swiftly reminded how nasty some of those nodes are. So, yeah, there's definitely a possibility that, he'll help you for sure. He's ranked 3 as a 5-star currently. Okay. Yeah, it's kind of hard to say. He's a really good champ, though. If you have some spare resources, yeah, you could toss him into Shang-Chi without feeling bad about it, you know? But, yeah, if you already have Mole God as a good, strong skill champ, you can also probably just get by with Mole God if you don't have a ton of extra resources, too. So, yeah. I know it's not the most definitive answer, but that's Act 6 for you, man. It's tough. As I always say when it comes to Act 6, sometimes you just gotta run into that wall in order to see what you're actually missing and what you actually need. So, hold on to those resources if you want, until you get to a spot where you're like, yep, use a Shang-Chi right here. Stubbs the man sending over a couple bucks saying, is 6-star AA worth a generic gem? It's my only one. Ooh, that's tough. So, alright, we all know Archangel is one of the better champs to awaken. His awaken ability definitely carries a lot of weight to it. But that's not always the best way to use a gem. In fact, that's usually the worst way to use a gem. The best way to use a gem is to look at your own situation, figure out what you need, and if awakening that AA is actually going to help you or not. So here's the way you can look at it. Question 1. Do you have a 5-star Archangel? If you already have a 5-star Archangel, I would not toss my only 6-star generic gem into 6-star Archangel. I would get by with the 5-star for now. I'm not saying you would never toss Archangel an awakening gem or anything like that, but when that's your only gem, if you already have like a 565 version of the champ, I'd say it's not going to be worth it to toss your only one into the 6-star. The other question I would say to look at and think about is just what are your plans? Again, Archangel, super strong champ. So is he worth it? Yeah, but do you need him? If you're doing something like, I don't know, you just need a new champ for like Alliance Quest. Well, Archangel, usually not that useful in Alliance Quest. Or not needed, at least. But maybe you're a competitive Alliance War player, and in an Alliance War situation, every little advantage really matters and counts, and in that case, I would say, yeah, he would be worth giving a generic to if you bring Archangel to war a bunch. In general, though, I would be looking to save that gem. So. All right. Hope that helps. It's a tough question to answer because, like I said, it's not just about A. It's about your situation. King of Arenas sending over a loony. Thank you, King of Arenas. And BG, can you check Twitter, please? Sure. Absolutely. Let's see what we got here. Oh man, got the kiddo over here. My son is already watching your streams. Oh man. That's pretty funny, dude. Oh man, we're gonna do this. Dude, don't let him watch these streams too long. We need that kid to grow up and be smart and not like me. Dude, thank you very much for the buck, though, man. Kid looks like he's doing well. All right, J-Mania with the 17 months, though. J-Mania, thank you, dude, saying, ABG, can't sleep because I have COVID. Oh, man. Now my family's getting it. Dang, dude. My little girl had a fever today, but now I can catch your streams. Dang, dude. Sorry to hear it, man. Hopefully you guys recover nice and quick. And, yeah. Bummer, man. That's a bummer. You reminded me of my buddy who just... Basically, his whole family. He's got 2 kids. 2 very young kids. I think like 1 and 3 or 2 and 4 or something like that. Pretty young. And both his kids got it. And then somehow he avoided it. But his wife got it and everything. This just happened like a few days ago. But yeah, dude, hopefully it's not too bad for you guys. Hopefully you guys recover quick. Dude, thank you very much for the continued support, though, man. 17 months. Thank you, dude. Sneapskins sending over a euro as well, saying, good morning, beautiful polished hi-hat. You just call me a symbol? Or a set of symbols? Regarding Arena being bugged, just check the champs icons / stars and their rank / level of the opponent. Seen a lot of 6 stars with 565. Have a great stream. Hashtag Prof X or AA. Is that a question? Hashtag Prof X or AA? Is there a different message here? Yeah, what Scarco's saying though is, yeah, if they're 6-star rank 5s, then it's Thanos and Kang teams. If it's a player with a 6-star rank 5, then that's someone that's cheating because that's not possible. But yeah, it's something's probably wrong by the sounds of it. So Kabam will look into it. As far as Professor X or AA goes, I mean, they're both awesome champs. Just depends on what you're doing. If it's an awakening, then yeah, I mean, I would awaken AA over Professor X. But again, always comes down to what you actually need. Actually, that's not even true. You know, I would actually awaken Professor X only because, well, I needed prestige. I wouldn't do it now that I don't need prestige, but would have actually awakened Professor X. Anyway, Soul Hunter sending over a BGN. Thank you, dude. Where are you at, Soul Hunter? Oh man, we got a Damadeus fan here saying Damadeus handing over love, saying love you, BG. Soul Hunter, thank you very much, man. Thank you, dude. LD Brock sending over a buck. LD Brock, thank you very much. Saying, yo, BG, just want to send a buck and say thanks for all the entertainment you bring, dude. Keep me thinking entertained during some rough days. Keep being awesome, dude. Oh, man. Well, LD Brock, thank you very much for the nice message, dude. I appreciate it, man. Thanks, dude. Glad you enjoy the streams and all that. Thanks, man. Stubbs the Man sent an over 5 as well, saying got 5-star AA after. Doom is also an option, but I have max 5-star. Looking at 100% Grandmaster and then start 100% Act 7. First 2 chapters completed. Okay, in that case, if you have not ranked 5-star AA yet, I probably would. I probably would give the generic to the 6-star. Yeah. I mean, here's the options. Here's what I'm thinking. You could play the champ unawakened technically. He doesn't always need his awaken ability. It's a good awaken ability. He doesn't always need it. But it brings enough value that I would probably just commit the gem. I mean, he's a good champ. Like, it's not like Archangel's going anywhere anytime soon, which is not something I could have always said, because it felt for like a year and a half or so that his value really dropped down. But as time goes on, like, his value just kind of keeps going up at this point as more and more champs get released that don't have any sort of bleed or poison immunity. So yeah. And seeing some timeouts, just a reminder, people, don't spam, don't use all caps. Pretty simple. All right, 6-star Nimrod worth a generic. I have 2. I don't know enough about Nimrod to tell you definitively. So sorry, can't help you with that one. Someone else may be able to chime in and add some input about Nimrod. Is 5-star Yellow Jacket worth ranking? Is that your first? If it's like your first science champ, I'd say he's worth like taking a rank 2 or something. But if not, if you already have some other if you already have some other good science champs, even if they're just 4-star champs, I would just keep playing the 4 stars. Yellow Jacket, he's not that good. He's not like total trash, but pretty meh. Don't think I would rank Yellow Jacket, but I don't know what his buff did. Not enough. That's what his buff did. Not enough. Got some stones to feed him too. I've been laying on the edge with this decision, so thanks for the help. You don't need to give him Sig stones. You could just give him the Awakening. Just leave him at Sig 1. Guaranteed to pull him next opening? Dude, that's the worst. If you can... Okay, here's the thing. If you can maybe just rank up Archangel and wait until like your next crystal before you awaken him, just in case, you know what I mean? Just pop one more. Unless you're going for featured, which if you're going for featured, well, you're not going to pull Archangel, so yeah, you might as well just awaken him now. But I would not put a generic in Nimrod, and I love him. Okay, Maximus. Oh, speaking of, Maximus also sent an over 5 saying, Lurky Lurkerson, couldn't let the Nimrod thing get by. Sup, buddy? What's up, man? Well, thanks for adding your input, dude. Helps out. Why don't you stream on Twitch? The MCOC community is on YouTube. I did try streaming on Twitch, but the MCOC community's here. Plus, I don't know, Twitch is... I think Twitch was cooler before. I think Twitch has gone downhill a little bit. Still more features than YouTube for live streaming. But I feel like eventually, like, at the current way things are going, YouTube's probably just where it's at. Yeah. Who knows, though? John Oh man, John. I'm just gonna say John. I'm gonna mess up your last name if I try. You know what? I'm gonna try anyway. I'm sorry in advance. Schiavinato? John Schiavinato? Probably butchered it, but dude, thank you very much for the 7 Canadian bucks. Saying 6-star Mutant Awakening Gem, Kitty, Professor X, Omega Red, Namor, APOC. Generic 6-star Hyperion, Surfer, Null, Ghost, Save. Love the content. Thanks for everything. Okay, so I'm gonna give some help. I'm gonna call out some champs and tell you what I would probably do with those gems. But this is a prime example of think about your goals. Think about your account and your goals. Don't think about the champions like individually. Don't just say like, oh yeah, which one of these champs is the best, man, as if we were like ranking just these champs. Because it depends on what you are looking for. Do you want prestige? Do you want an Alliance War attacker? Do you want an Alliance War defender? Do you want just someone fun? Like, it all comes down to what you actually want to do. That said, I would say for the Mutant Awakening gem, Kitty would be like, if you like Kitty, the one to give it to. She's a different type of champ than the average champ, I would say. Her playstyle is a bit different. So if you don't like Kitty, well, don't give the gem to Kitty. In that case, I would say, I don't know. Omega Red's probably like the next most deserving of it, but also you really got to run suicides and be able to get him to like Sig 100 plus for that investment to be worth it. But yeah, also if you need a prestige, well, Namor is the highest prestige out of that bunch, so Namor is also viable. Professor X, as good as he is, and APOC, same thing for him. I wouldn't give either of them the mutant gem in this situation. The generic 6-star. Again, Surfer if you want prestige. I mean, all those champs are so good and worth awakening for various reasons. It just depends on what you need. That one's... The generic's harder to answer than the mutant one, I would say. The mutant one, I feel like I can give at least a little bit of direction. But the generic... All those champs are good. The only thing I could say is Surfer is clearly the prestige king. So give him the gem if you want prestige. If you don't care about prestige, then follow your heart. What champ do you actually like to play? I'd probably give it to Hyperion myself, just because Hyperion fits my playstyle best. So that's what I would do, but you gotta ask yourself what you're looking for. That's really the only way to go about it. Dude, thank you very much for them 7 Canadian bucks, though, man. Appreciate it. F, you're handsome, Brian. Damn it, Tom. Why do you do this to me, man? Why do you know exactly how to tug on my heartstrings, you son of a... All is forgiven. All is forgiven. Easy, Senator Buck as well, saying, BG, since you have a direct line of communication with Kabam, can you ask them to please take the passive heal block node on the skill path and stick it where the sun doesn't shine? Already been asked. Word for word. No, man, a lot of people have actually given feedback about that node in the past. Doesn't seem to do much of anything because they keep bringing it back, so... Yep. Of course you read that one? Oh, I've read like 5 of your messages tonight, including these last 2. And I haven't even read a single one of Pixie Bells, who's saying Boo earns. What's up, Clarissa? Don't really need prestige, to be honest. I can't max out Namor or Omega Red or Surfer. Loving Kitty playstyle so far. Okay. Brought her to rank 3. Also have 3 Mutant Nexus, so Kitty is probably safest play. Okay. Wait. 3 Mutant Nexus. Like, I would pop those open before giving the gem to Kitty, if I'm understanding things correctly. But yeah, if you like Kitty, man, that's an easy answer as far as I'm concerned. She's very, very strong. It's just not everyone's going to be a fan of her playstyle, just because that's what happens when champs are a bit different than the norm. Did Quicksilver win? I'm so out of the loop. Do we have those results yet? I don't even know. Thanks. Also, don't worry about the last name. Everyone gets it wrong. Ah, dang. So I wasn't even close, huh? Rip. I tried. Here's how I think about names. I've mentioned this before, but when I did the Summoner Showdown, oh god, what's his name now? Langston Belson, I think that's his name, right? Oh god, now I'm worried I'm messing up his name. I think that's his name. Anyway, he was like, you know, what do you go by? And I'm like, oh man, it doesn't matter. You could say BG, Brian, whatever. And he was like, well, I'm gonna say your full name because I guess his mom, you know, geez, now I'm forgetting. I'm butchering this completely, but essentially I think his mom like told him, even if it might not seem like it matters, it's, I don't know, it's just cool hearing last names. Totally, you know what, I'm just gonna end the story here, dude, because I'm totally butchering this. Anyway, ever since like that little brief conversation before we did the live stream together, I was like, dang, dude, yeah, you know, that's true, man. Even if I mess up the name, I feel like, it's still kind of cool. I'm sure for some people, they hear their name being pronounced wrong, and they're just like, oh, God, not again. But, I don't know. Memory of a dead goldfish? Listen, this happened a couple years ago, okay? Okay, oh, you know what I wanted to do, though? I want to do that survey about, what's it called? Strikers. I kind of forgot about that. Let's go and do that. Hold on. I'm going to pull up the survey. I don't know if it doesn't show like any sort of personal info or anything, does it? I'm going to hide the game really quickly. Just in case. I don't think it does though. No, it doesn't seem to. Okay. All right. Let's talk about strikers, guys. This survey will contain questions regarding strikers that you may have used in the journey to the Savage Land. I may. Striker's the second champ you can summon to temporarily... Dude, hold on. Can I change the orientation of this? This is awful. Is there a way to do... Hold on. Because I'm actually like looking at my own stream to try to read this, and it's so tiny. Okay, well honestly I can't even tell if this is any better, but yeah, oh yeah, actually that is better. Okay, good. Okay, so strikers, yeah, the second champ, they come in when you hit the button. Okay. Did you use a striker in any of your fights during the... Yes I did. How would you rate the impact that using strikers had on your enjoyment of fights? All right, so here's where I want you guys to kind of chime in too. If you already, I mean, regardless of whether or not you filled out this survey, like, what did you guys think about strikers? I'm gonna answer too, but like, I want to get a decent gauge of how others feel about it. So if you have a moment, just kind of pop in the chat how you felt as we go through the questions. I'm not going to read them all out loud, but I'm going to skim through. So my enjoyment of strikers, I'd say somewhat more enjoyable for now, at least. The reason I say somewhat more enjoyable rather than like anything, I mean, it wasn't less enjoyable. But it did, I don't know, it kind of made me think about the fights and what we could do with them. In the long run, I don't know how it would feel, but at least for right now, I guess that's why I feel that way. A lot of people are saying more enjoyable, way more, slightly more, somewhat more. I'm not really seeing anyone saying less, unless I'm missing it. Seems like most people kind of liked it, at least. Okay. How easy or difficult was it for you to call in a striker during the fight? Uh... Oh, man. All right, my gut is saying, like, somewhat difficult, I guess. I mean, it was an easy enough concept to understand, but, like, just the placement of the button, that really did it for me. So I guess, yeah, I'm going to say somewhat difficult. Bunch of people are saying neither. I was kind of on the fence between somewhat difficult and neither difficult or easy, but I feel like it's almost like a non-answer. So I want to favor either somewhat difficult or somewhat easy. So yeah, I would say somewhat difficult. Saying some very easy, easy-ish. Oh, we do have someone that said less enjoyable, I see now. Listening to this stream is no change in enjoyment. Oh, wait. What are we talking about? Wow, Clarissa. Wow. All right, let's move on. Messed up, Pixie Bell. All right, how can we find it difficult to call in a striker during a fight? Oh, man, now I want to change my answer. I didn't know they were asking a follow-up. How come we found it difficult to call a striker during a fight? Please select all that apply. Well... Yeah, I guess the button wasn't in a good location. The button was too small. I don't know if the button was too small. I just felt like it wasn't in a good spot, but maybe it was too small. I don't know. Accidentally pressed the wrong button at the wrong time. I did do that. It was difficult to tap the button during other fight movements, dodge and attacks. No, that was fine. Well... Oh yeah, that I felt like was fine. Couldn't see the button. Oh, I've got eyes. I guess if your thumb's covering it, then you might not be able to see it. I found it too stressful to have another... No. Maybe the button was a little too small, but not like a lot. Also like that one. Accidentally pressed. I'm seeing a few accidentally pressed. That was probably the worst part for me. If I could like rate these, I mean the first two I selected, those were the two that really stood out mostly, I guess. Maximus, I don't know if I'm saying, do you think putting the button on the right side would help near their power display? Maybe. You know, I thought about that a bit, and I think it would make it easier to press, but I feel like it may not make sense for a few reasons. Like, one, what if the opponent has a striker? Two, I don't know, it might be harder to keep track of. I'm not entirely sure about that, if it'd be harder to keep track of or not. It might be good to put over there, but I don't know. It just feels like that's their territory almost. Like we're crossing into territory that shouldn't be in a way. I don't know if that's a good enough reason to not put it there, but that's kind of how I felt. But it's possible that it would be cool over there. I definitely thought about that myself too. Wait, what? Please enter a comment. Oh man, look at this. I accidentally clicked on that. I didn't mean to click on that. All right, let's go next. What up, Brain? What up, Pete? Panda Man Peter. How you doing, dude? The button needs to be a little bigger and a little further away from the special button, at least. Yeah, I agree with that. I really wish we can like customize where to put it on screen. If there was a way to like unlock it and then like drag it to wherever we feel comfortable and then lock it again. That's kind of what I'm used to in other games. Well, some other games can't always change that, but I mean, anytime you're using a controller or a keyboard especially, changing keybinds, um, and then like in World of Warcraft, you know, you could literally move anything anywhere with add-ons. So, but anyway, MCOC Striker Sanctum. Let's see. How would you rate your understanding of how to use strikers effectively in fights? I'd say some understanding. I'm not going to be too overly confident and say like, yeah, I know every trick in the book. Definitely not. Let's say some understanding. Kind of want to go between some understanding and strong understanding, but I'll just leave it at some. Steven Ferraro with the 5 months. Steven, thank you, dude. Saying ABG, I'm contemplating on if 6-star Unstoppable Colossus is worth buying. What do you think? Also, can't wait for the next free-to-play account challenge. Much love, Steven. Thank you very much, dude. I can't wait to do another one as well. I think it's worth it because how else are you gonna get the champ? And at the end of the day, man, this game's about building a big ass roster that's super strong. And hey, that's how you add to its strength. He's not. I mean, he's not actually a useful champ, so you just got to know that going into it. You're not gonna use him in like serious content. He's just another champ in the collection, a champ you could use in the arena if you want. I would buy it, and I have loyalty to buy it, and I probably will buy it at some point here. But I like to get like more than just like the bare minimum to pick him up. Save up a little bit extra. Also, probably not worth getting the Awakening. Probably just the one-time get. Thank you for the continued support, though, dude. All right, let's see here. Number 6. How interested or uninterested are you in using strikers in future fights and content? Somewhat interested. You know, here's... I don't know if they're going to ask it in this survey, but here's actually the least interesting part about strikers for me, and I would maybe say very interested if this was different. I always kind of hate being just handed power, which some people are going to be like, you son of a, just take it, you jerk. But I mean, think about it. We all play this game. Compared to other fighting games, and other fighting games, they just hand you every single character to play. They say, here you go. They're at their maximum potential. Have fun. And those games get boring. They get real boring. Some people like them, but snooze fest for me. I like being able to I want to play Pokemon with this guy almost, where you catch a striker and build them up and rank them up and level them up, and then I'd be stoked because then it's like, all right, this is everything you worked for to get, and now you have this awesome, powerful striker to toss in, and I feel like that would make me a lot more interested because then it's not just the fighting side, then it's the fighting side and like the account management and roster growing side of the game too. So just purely from like a fighting standpoint, if you just had him in a quest, okay, I'm somewhat interested, but honestly, I wouldn't want to play with strikers all the time. Sometimes I'd rather just do like regular fights. Also, did my stream really just freeze? Hold on. Let's try this again. What is going on here? Come on, Elgato. Come on, man. Plug my phone in again. Son of a... What the F, man? Hold on. See if this will fix it. Please, please, please. Dude, this damn survey just ended my whole stream right here, man. What if I go back to the game? Nope, that ain't doing it. Try unplugging. Plug back in one more time. I hate technical difficulties, man. This stuff's so annoying. It was just working. How is it all of a sudden not working? What happened? What changed? Come on, dude. All right, I'll be back. You guys don't have to go anywhere. You don't have to refresh the stream or anything. I'm just gonna close and restart OBS. It's gonna take like 5 seconds. And I'll see you guys in 5 seconds. I'm back, and I think it's working again. All right, there we go. Sorry, that probably took like closer to 10 seconds. All right, anyway, let's continue on. Okay. So yeah, I'm just somewhat interested. All right, number 7. Please rate your agreement or disagreement with your experience using strikers. I got better at using strikers over time. I guess. Over time? And what time? Better using strikers over time. There was like a handful of fights to use them. I don't know. I'm gonna say, yeah. What? I mean, I guess I improved from one fight to the next, but yeah, I don't know, dude. I don't agree with this question. This question sucks. Quickly learn how to use strikers in a fight. Yeah, I guess so. This is somewhat agree, right? Yeah, okay. Using strikers made fights a lot more fun. A lot more fun? Didn't I already answer that question before? That I was like, a little bit. I'm interested in continuing to use strikers in the future. Yeah. Using strikers didn't bring any added stress to my fights. Correct. I like the added challenge that strikers provided to fights. What added challenge? I guess. Finding that small button? I'm interested in mastering strikers. Sure. Okay. I don't know, a bunch of somewhat agrees here. John Quicks, he handed over a pound. John Quick. Wait, John Schlamp also saying BG at John Quick suggested striker crystals. Thoughts? Hold on. Let me read John Quick's original message. Like striker crystals. Sort of. I don't know. I mean, to be honest, crystals are one way to obtain champions, but that doesn't have to be the only way to obtain champions. And we already pop crystals for so many things in the game. It'd be cool if there was a different way to like grow the power of our strikers. But sort of something along those lines, yes. Similar to the way that we would just make our main champ strong, just somehow finding the character, somehow finding the champion, and then making them stronger. All right, how did you find out how to use strikers? Please select all that apply. Let's see. Reading Marvel Concepts of Champions release notes post. I don't think I read that. The Marvel Concepts of Champions YouTube video. I don't think I watched that. From reading the Marvel Concepts of Champions forum. Hell no, I didn't go there. From Trial and Error. Yep. From the in-game tutorial. It was an in-game tutorial? From other summoners and players. I think this is the only one from Trial and Error. Well, I mean, I guess from other summoners and players, because we shared ideas and stuff, but like, not originally, but okay. Do you have a preference for how would you would like the striker power meter to replenish? This is my preference personally. I thought it was kind of weird that it was a cooldown period. I think it makes sense for some characters to have a cooldown like timer based, they're saying. But I don't know. I thought it was kind of weird that it just did that. I'm sure some people liked it. I'm curious if I'm in the minority on this one. Brandon, I gotta be honest, man. This quarantine is getting to me. Day 7, and I haven't left my apartment. What do Demiok do? Insanity and croaches. Embrace the insanity, Demiok. Go to the dark side. No, I'm just kidding. I don't know, dude. I don't know, man. You're almost through it, dude. You're almost through it. Hopefully, it's not too much longer, man. Ryan, I had a hunch that I wouldn't like the chiropractor, but he fixed my posture, so I stand corrected. Okay, Tom. Why do I read these messages? Boo, dude. Strikers are a fight, a challenge, kind of like a boss rush. Once you beat the challenge, you get that person as a striker and can level them through some other minigame. Something like that could be fun, yeah. I don't think it has to be the same across the board. I think this is one thing that Kabam doesn't do that good a job of giving just different ways to obtain characters. But I also understand why they mostly come from crystals. I mean, that's their bread and butter. That's you know, the number one thing they sell, right? Is like cav crystals, or just any type of crystal that you can open up. So attaching a character to a piece of content like Labyrinth Ultron is not something that we see frequently. But honestly, I wish they did more of it. I think that'd be cool. All right. How interested or uninterested are you in facing off against an opponent with a striker? I say very interested. It's between somewhat interested and very interested. Because it depends on how it's done. For me personally. I once again wonder if I'm in the minority with this answer. Because I feel like most people don't want to fight new things. They don't want to fight Root. Probably don't want to fight strikers either. Which I get it. But I don't know, man. I think it's cool. I think it would be cool where it, like, if it was like this. Maybe the opponent couldn't just call in the striker at any point in time. Or maybe they could still, but like you would have to defeat like all of the opponents. That's what I'd like to see. So going back to like the Fantastic Four strikers, dude, I think it would be so awesome if a boss literally just was all 4 members of the Fantastic Four and you have to take them all down in the same fight. I would love that, man. I wouldn't want them to just be able to do exactly what the player can do. And as we're hitting the opponent, they call in a striker or something like that. That would suck. But dude, I would love to fight like multiple opponents at the same time. Like, I mean, it'd be like a kung fu movie where, yeah, everyone's kind of standing around you and then they fight you one at a time and you fight them off one at a time. But I would love that, dude. Personally. Anyway. Like from Injustice, where you have to fight a team of characters. Oh, do they have that in Injustice? I've never played Injustice. Casually Henry, $1 Casually Henry, thank you very much. Saying, BG, how would you feel if they moved the power bar by the health meter, but keep the special button where it currently is? I think it'd be easier to keep track of both power bars. I don't think I would like that personally. I think I like putting both meters, both power meters, the regular special and the striker meter. I like having them close together, but they were just a little too close for my liking, personally. I want to space them out a little bit and maybe make the button just ever so slightly bigger, maybe just like 10% bigger, and then I think I'd be pretty happy. But yeah, I mean, I that's kind of what I was saying before too, where like it'd be nice if we just had what's it called? The ability to move it so that we can customize it ourselves, because I'm sure everyone wants it in like a slightly different spot. I never understand why these are on different pages so much. Maybe it just depends on what you're answering. Anyway, what's this question? Is there anything else you would like to share with us about the Journey to the Savage Land event quest or strikers? I want to catch strikers Pokemon style and train them to be the very best, like no one ever was. I dislike just being given a striker without any option of who to pick or any way to increase their strength. Okay. I want to catch strikers Pokemon style. Maybe I should put a comma in there. I want to catch strikers Pokemon style and train them to be the very best, like no one ever was. Just like just being given a striker without any option of who to pick or any way to increase their strength. Okay. Okay. Looks like we're done with the survey. Okay. The site uses cookies. You're telling me it uses cookies now? Where's the decline button? Maybe I'll just exit out of here. Okay. Anyway. Reese sending over a buck. Reese, thank you very much. Saying, or you're bleeding someone and they can summon Man Thing, would make the AI feel a little more intelligent. So what happens? Like the bleed goes away on the original character? Because I guess what we're talking about here is a little bit different than Strikers, because it's then it's more like Marvel vs. Capcom style, where Strikers has a similar feel to it, but it is different, right? But I think I would like it if we could actually just like swap out a character and literally just take over playing with a different one. I think I would like. Well, no, maybe that would be too OP if we could do that. I think on the player side, I want to just be able to call in a striker as is, because it's already so strong as it is. But then on the like opponent side of thing, yeah, I think that would be cool if they can kind of swap themselves out and maybe be a little bit more intelligent. You don't want the AI to be too smart. We kind of want the AI to be stupid. The most fun AIs to use are the ones that are just aggressive and really dumb. You know what I mean? Like they just play into our hands the entire time. But there's ways that you can kind of tune up the AI that I don't think would be too annoying to players and could still be fun and just add more challenge. So yeah, I think it'd be cool, man. I think it'd be cool. Wait, Reese, you sent over another bug saying, sorry, meant for the first message, my bad. Was there a different one? Let me see. Imagine it's a defensive version of a striker where someone's Modok to auto block them out of a combo or something, and you have to react to it. Sounds very fun. Maybe. I would have to test that one out, because that, for me, would probably borderline not fun. If they could auto block like mid combo and I think I'm good and I'm ready to just, unleash all my power and then I just get auto blocked and I'm like, oh, well, that felt unfair. So it would depend. It would be a case-by-case basis for sure. It's something that could very easily get out of hand and not be fun. So yeah, it just comes down to how things are designed, I guess, at the end of the day. Yeah, strikers are cool, but what about strokers? Pete, what the? BG asking Kabam for objectives to earn strikers. Thanks, BG. I do want objectives to earn strikers, as long as they're not stupid objectives like, hey, do 14 medium attacks before killing the opponent. And make sure you're not wearing socks. And then, hey, you get a character. BG just completed 7.3 today and opened 3 6-star crystals. Pulled APOC out of the first one. Didn't even have him as a 5-star after so many dual class crystals. So just need a white mags. All right, dude. Nice, man. Congrats. Strikers doesn't have their own abilities currently. Just give small benefits and, of course, some shaky advantages. Yeah. Currently. But there's room for the system to grow. It's still new. BG, what if you could choose what special to use provided you have enough power? I don't know. I feel like that could easily break things, maybe. If you get to choose which special. Because what if you're like, what if you just put Doom as a striker? And you're just like his special one is so OP, you know? Like, I don't know. That's the thing about strikers. It's so easy to kind of break the game with them. That you do have to, like, or Kabam really has to proceed with caution. So I don't know. Imagine just having that aura of his, or of, what is it called? Hazarath or whatever. You just have that on Doom now. Brian, retracting my previous comment, boss idea for Act 8, Galactus with all his heralds as strikers. Damn, dude. Hell yeah. Would be quite sick to fight, but also a huge pain in the ass. Dude. That would be incredible. That'd be so fun, man. That'd be so cool. Because, okay. That could be a way to fight Galactus without actually fighting Galactus. Because Galactus is so big, right? You could just have him, like, in the background, and he's, like, sending this army at you. And you're just fighting off the army. Oh, dude, that'd be sick. So, here's what I know about strikers, too. That idea sounds really fun, but also might be impossible to pull off because, and this is something Kabam said a long time ago when talking about Mystique. It's very resource intensive, like very memory intensive to throw in these different characters. Because when you load into a fight, you're not loading in your entire roster. You're loading in 2 characters. And a striker adds a third. You know, it's like 50% more. Maybe it wouldn't have to be 50% more because you don't need, I guess, every single animation. You don't need to have like all the medium and light attacks and heavy attacks and stuff like that. You're just loading in the art assets and the heavy and stuff like that. So that probably saves some memory, if I had to guess. I don't know. I'm not smart enough to know that stuff. But if you're actually fighting an entire army, dude, like devices, we've had devices overheat before in MCOC. They would literally just disintegrate at that point. But damn, it'd be cool, dude. Be super fun. All right, I'm out. Stream is getting too nerdy for me. Later, BG and everyone. All right, Clarissa. Have a good night. All of Doom's specials are OP. That's true. They are all pretty OP. His special 2 is like the least OP thing about him. when just by itself, but also incredibly powerful after you've loaded up a special 3 and you get that extra damage. So yeah, that break everything before the newest iPhone. Yeah, it is a little bit of a slight concern, I would say, that I have. I mean, I don't think it's gonna really matter for me so much because I did just pick up the latest iPhone after you know 5 or 6 years or whatever. But what about all the people that don't have the latest iPhone or the latest Android phone? Are strikers gonna suddenly add like to the requirements to play MCOC? And if it does, then is it really worth it? It's probably something that Kabam thinks about. Like, at some point, you got to think, all right, man, people, they got to upgrade their devices, right? You can't have the same phone for like 10 years. I mean, you can, but at a certain point, it hurts the rest of the player base to never be able to upgrade any of the anything in game, never update any of the character models or add anything new to the game that would be cool to see, just because it would take a phone that came out within like the last 5 years or something like that, and people don't have them. Like, I don't know. We've kind of seen it before. Kabam, I remember they actually mailed out phones. I don't know if you guys remember this, the people who've been here playing MCOC long enough. This was maybe like 4 years ago, I want to say. Kabam, they actually mailed out phones to people. I don't think they mailed out a ton of them. I want to say maybe somewhere between like 10 and 50 phones they mailed out. I guess the players who had been playing this game for a long time, and maybe they committed some money to it. I imagine they probably spent some money on the game. And I guess Kabam had data that like the phones that they were using, like MCOC wasn't going to support them, so they actually mailed some people phones. UniBG, currently 20 million points into the 5-star Toad grind. Ooh, dude. Yeah, that's going to be an easy pickup if tonight's day 1 and you're already on 20 mil. I've been testing him with the Heimdall synergy, and the regen is insane and reliable in high attack content. The regen is pretty nutty. Yeah. Very strong. I don't really feel the need to get him, though, I gotta say. Out of all the champs that I do want, a lot of the newer champs that I'd love to have, as good as his regen is, I felt like, I could pass on Toad. He's not going to make it to my most wanted list anytime soon, probably. That's the excuse EA uses to not make PC FIFA next gen. Well, is that just because of like the current issues about getting PCs, because everyone's using them to mine cryptocurrency? And I mean, not just cryptocurrency, but also like supply chain issues and stuff that are not being helped by the crypto miners. Because I would understand that if that's like a new thing that they decided. Because, dude, it is so incredibly hard to get new PC parts right now. I wouldn't even call that an excuse. If anything, I would feel like that would hurt their business. Because that's part of what sells these new games is like all the new tech that you can do with them, flashier models. Even if like over the years, the difference from year to year becomes less noticeable, there's still new things that they could do that would help sell the game, right? So if they don't continue to like up the ante with graphics and animations and stuff like that, that would probably hurt their ability to sell a game, I would think. But I don't know. What is going on? I've sent 4 messages. Like, what is this need for a timeout? Very cool, bro. You sent 2 messages within 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Within 11 comments, only in between you. Between the 2 messages. That's not 4 comments in 10 minutes, man. You were spamming. You got timed out for a reason. Stop spamming or we're going to ban you. There's no need to create this drama. Don't tag the mods. If you get timed out, just accept it because you were doing something wrong. I mean, not always, to be fair. Sometimes accidental timeouts happen, but I'm saying in this case. So, just a heads up, man. If you don't drop it, you know, we don't need someone like that in here. Love to have you around if you want to be cool, but if you're not going to be cool, then yeah, we will just ban you. Will Toad be a good potion farmer? No. He crushed Winter Soldier, but he got annihilated by Captain Marvel. So, if you want to just farm Winter Soldier, he can handle that very well. But he's not going to be able to like auto fight all of Realm of Legends. Wow, okay, I didn't realize that was spamming. I'll just watch my B. Okay, no worries, dude. No worries. It's all good. Water under the bridge. As long as you understand what you did, not going to do it again, then it's all good. As a matter of fact, I'm even going to go back and read your message now that you understand what not to do. So your question was, is it worth it to rank 3 Saber for Thronebreaker? And to that, I would say that's a tough one. Probably not. Thronebreaker is really good to go for, but there's so many good mutants. I would say like it probably isn't going to take that long to pull another good mutant. That would be more worth it than Sabretooth. I don't know. I could also understand just, you know, maybe if you don't get 6 stars that frequently, then maybe just saying screw it and just going for Thronebreaker. But I would probably hold off personally. Wait, so can King Groot always beat Realm of Legends 100%? If you have like a rank 4 Sig 200, yes. It depends on how big your King Groot is. If it's like a 565, no, he's not going to 100% clear Realm of Legends. Not every time. I can't remember if I tested 565 Sig 200 King Groot more than like once or twice to see what he would be able to do, but like a 6-star rank 3 even. I think a 6-star rank 3 Sig 200. There might be times where it doesn't work out, but I think you'd be able to 100% it with that. Not 100% sure. I think so. Even Diablo's insane, and like a rank 3 Sig 200 Diablo is able to 100% Realm of Legends, but even then, you know, you go on rough streaks of getting crit, and you could die. A rank 4 Diablo, I think is like 100% you're getting through every single time, as long as you have the right masteries on. There's a bunch of RNG to it. The nice thing about Realm of Legends, though, is that you don't need to 100% all of it. You know, if you can just take down like the first few bosses and then reset, you're still farming tons of potions with very little effort. So that's all you really need to do. BG, how hard was it for you to obtain a 5-star? Very hard, man. I was playing the game for, I don't know, like about a year before getting one or something like that. I can't remember exactly how long it took, but it took a very long time. The game has changed a bit since then, but it could still take some time. So be patient. 4 stars are really good to get started with. Under mothers, and a buck saying, BG, I've sent you the most secret of tweets. Keep it on the low. This message will self-destruct when it gets too far up in chat. I mean, you're right, it will self-destruct, but what is this? It's cool. Do I not share it, though? I feel like someone could just look up your Twitter name. Unless you go and delete the tweet right away. So do you want me to put it on stream, knowing that it's technically out there for the public to see? You could share it? Okay. All right. Well, here it is. Just getting back into drawing. Found time recently. This is one of my favorites. Not finished yet, though. Need sleeps. Yeah, dude, this is cool. I like this. I feel like Kat Murdoch is gonna like this when it's all done. Because she's a fan of, you know, Purgatory and all that. So yeah, it's cool. I like it. When you're done, I would say tag Kat. Bushido Browns and a pound. Bushido Brown, thank you very much. Where are you at? What furniture items do you think are underrated? Personally, I think beds are really slept on. Oh my god. Underrated furniture? I was wondering what this was all about, dude. Jesus. Okay. Boo. Ugh. My rank 3 Diablo doesn't get through Black Bolt. Did I die to Black Bolt when I streamed? I think I died to Scarlet Witch, and then I think I popped the revive, and then I got through the rest of it, right? I think. That was a Sig 200 though. Is yours what Sig level is yours, Easy? So I never use these strikers. Do the specials have abilities? Pete, you haven't used the strikers yet? Pete, if you use the Colossus striker while playing Ghost, you become unblockable. You don't even need the Wasp synergy anymore. I don't know if that's a good thing for you though or not, because you like Wasp and you ranked her up. But yeah, they like the strikers give you the ability. The strikers themselves don't get the ability. The abilities vary depending on who the striker is, though. Mine is 150-ish right now. Okay. Yeah, Sig level matters a lot. For Diablo, at least. Not necessarily when you're just playing the champ regularly, but for doing auto fighting type stuff. Let's see. Man, I still got to make that video kind of breaking down damage and just why it does make such a difference. Because on paper, it's not that easy to see necessarily. But let's see. There he is. So 150. That's pretty good though. 150, 27.76% out of the max 30%. But yeah, just every percentage that you climb up, that like the last 2% there are worth a lot more than the first 2%. But that's already pretty good. Dang, dude. Diablo's so insane. Doesn't even matter if you can 100% Realm of Legends. Like I said, just being able to go that far regularly. Nuts. Interesting. I was thinking more along the lines of like if I could use Voodoo and Ronin Striker would stun them into next week. Dude. Pete, I was thinking about stuff like that too. There's got to be ways that to like stun lock. I feel like that's going to be something that happens eventually. Oh, we're getting a little raid here from one Damadeus. What's up, Rizzo? Damadeus, thank you for the raid. I'm blessed. Sending over Buck. Thank you, dude. Saying, did suicide friendliness factor into your vote on Beta Ray Bill or Quicksilver? No. Since I run them 99% of the time, I was cautious when voting for Quicksilver over Bill. So I'm crossing my fingers. Feel like Beta Ray Bill being cosmic would have the greater chance of being suicide friendly. No, it didn't. I just want. I feel like Beta Ray Bill has a much lower chance to impact solo competitive play. I mean, no one knows, right? For all we know, he could be the most important champion of all time for solo competitive. But again, I feel like Mystics are going to be somewhat dominant in the mode, and if that does end up being true, then the way to change that is to introduce more powerful science champs. And then suddenly, it takes the wheel all the way around, or it's, puts it in that direction at least, where it's like, okay, well, if the science champs are strong, well, now you need skill champs to counter them. Ideally, at least. So yeah, I rather see that personally. Whereas okay, introduce another strong cosmic champ and what happens? The Mystics are just gonna wipe him out. Gonna be just as strong. It's the only thing I actually thought about when voting. Otherwise, their abilities and suicide friendliness and anything like that, I have no idea. Because I don't know anything about them in the comics, You're probably right, though. Cosmic champs, they generally have that poison immunity, right? So, I don't know if Beta Ray Bill does. Thor doesn't. But Beta Ray Bill, he is a horse, right? So, horses, they got poison immunity, I think. It's probably not. I also don't know a lot about horses, I guess. Wish Kabam would just stop the voting and make both Bill and Quicksilver. Feels like they're the main two we all want. Yeah, they probably are the most popular two. Although, who knows? Maybe there'll be some kind of upset. I think they will eventually, but yeah, that's definitely a complaint I hear a lot about these votes. Is like, okay, so what if the champ you want doesn't win? Well, that champ is guaranteed not to be released this year. So that sucks. Better luck next year. So, yeah. Vote for characters unlikely to get added on their own. Beta is a shoo-in to get added in the future. I'm more curious to see how Quicksilver will play. I feel like they're both going to get added in the future for sure. I'd be very surprised if they didn't. Just a matter of time, right? I mean, I even think that I really hope that Kabam found a way to put Omega Sentinel on the roster for 2022, man. That would be really cool. If okay, they had a vote, and maybe they don't tell us this because they don't want to guarantee things, but with the number one champ, sure, they got added for, that year, the voting year, but then the runner-up champs, they find a way to sneak into next year. Think about it, man. It'd be pretty good. It's like doing a what's it called? Oh, what are those things called, man? Oh my God! When you doing research with people, you bring them all into a room and you get their reactions to things. Holy crap, why can't I think of what it's called? My brain is actually just terrible. Focus groups, right? Someone probably put in the chat, but I remembered it before I saw any comments about it. It's like a massive focus group where you get to know what people actually want. And it's not just like, oh yeah, people are casually talking here or there about it. No, people are actually like voting on these characters. They really want them to be in the game. So it's like a massive focus group. Now Kabam knows what people want definitively. It'd feel like a no-brainer just to kind of toss them in there. But I understand there's also like story-related elements. There's, you know, movie releases and TV shows that maybe they're going to do some official Marvel stuff with. So maybe it's not always that easy to squeeze in. But if I were at Kabam, I'd be trying like hell to squeeze in the runner-up champs, at least. And then that just gets you excited about like next year too, where it's like, okay, if they got the runner-ups from last year in this year, well, even if your champ maybe got knocked out, good news for maybe next year. All right, Samuel sending over a euro, though. Samuel, thank you very much. Saying Twitter. Okay. Samuel. Just me, or is the luck on second accounts just better? Dang, dude. Sometimes it does feel that way. Like Lags Jr. But dude, you're 4 stars. Doom. I mean, Aegon, although, but still, 5-star Ghost. Mags, Hercules, Hype. Dude, yeah. Pretty crazy roster right here, man. Sick. I don't recommend ranking up this Aegon anymore. If you want to, that's totally fine, but just a reminder, I refer to it as the Aegon trap for a reason. Unawakened, this guy is not going to be better than someone like Fury or Kingpin. Just as a heads up. But yeah, all those other champs, man, so good. I'm not even that big a fan of Mr. Negative, but like that's one of your 5 stars as well. I didn't even realize this Hype was a 5-star. Actually, I thought this was a 4-star. Damn, dude. So you're 3 5-stars. Ghost, Hype, Mr. Negative. I'd rank all of them on a new account. Crazy. Really good luck. Okay. Let's go spin out some crystals. I feel like I'm ending the stream so early today. Because I was so late. I'm trying my best not to be late tomorrow, but I can't stay late tonight. So let's just spin out a couple of these. We'll call it a night here. What champs are getting updated this month? I don't know if it's been announced yet. Has it? Or even, has it been leaked? Or maybe if it's been leaked, maybe don't say. I don't know. I'm really not a fan of seeing leaks myself, but like we don't have any info that I'm aware of, at least in like the CCP or anything even. So no idea. Also, just realized there's no game sound. Has there been no game sound this entire time? What the heck is going on, dude? Unplug it. It's really cheesing me off over here, man. Still no game sound. What the heck? I don't know, man. Maybe I gotta restart my computer or something. I'll figure that out later. That's annoying. Okay. John Schlamp. Running over one of them loonies. And when does a joke turn into a dad joke? When it becomes apparent. A cricket. Boo. John, take a frickin' lap. Boo. Boo. Every striker should be unblockable. If not, then what's the point? I disagree with that. I don't think that makes them more interesting. It's not really how fights work, right? Like, You can block like more than in like not in, you know, almost every other video game I've ever played. You can block more than one opponent at a time. I don't think they should be unblockable, personally. I want them to feel different. I want them to feel unique. I think it makes sense for some of them to be unblockable, just like it makes sense for some characters to be unblockable at certain times. But I want them to be unique. It's a, you know, sorry, I'm trying not to. Your opinion's definitely valid, but just was sharing mine. That's all. What do you call a croc who wants to be a detective? An investigator. Okay. Boo. Ugh. Guys, the jokes tonight, they're usually bad, but come on, man. Boo. BG, how good is Dragon Man, considering I need an evade counter and Doom is the only mystic I ranked up? Dragon Man's good. He's quite strong. He doesn't get talked about quite as much as some of the other most commonly talked about mystics, being like Doom and Claire, but Dragon Man's strong. Worth ranking. Pretty sure you can activate Striker, use Daredevil Netflix Special 1, and use another Striker as soon as it ends. Dude, it might be true, man. His Special 1 is so stupidly long. Wish Strikers could have different jump-in animations. The instant teleport in doesn't flow well with all champs IMO. That's fair. Yeah. I'm kind of curious if that's how it's going to exist for all of them. Okay. I mean, I'm thinking they do that again as a way to like cut down on the memory needed to be able to pull off Strikers. Because if they have a different like jump in animation, then that's a little bit more that they would have to load into the fight, I would guess. But I could be wrong. Maybe they just felt like it was smoother. It's entirely possible. Why don't say leaks? Gets the excitement up. Month's been dry and no new content. Plus, why do I suddenly feel 6-star shards are all of a sudden so hard to come by? I mean, listen, no one's going to get timed out or banned, or at least no one should. Hopefully, maybe I gave the wrong message to the mods. No one's going to get timed out in here for leaks, but I don't know. For me, it's not that interesting to talk. Like, it speeds up the process. It, like, I don't know. It's the same excitement either way. It's just like you're borrowing excitement from the future. You're right. It has been a slow month. That's always how it is around this time of year. But yeah, it just kind of borrows excitement from the future, and then you have a longer stretch in the future that's boring. Whereas, you know, we do have another champ coming out real soon this month. To talk about, at least. But whatever. Everyone feels differently about that stuff. I am going to head on out of here, though, guys. Before I go, shout out to Maximus for being tonight's biggest day. Maximus, I don't know if you're still in Lurky McLurkerson mode, but if you happen to still be in here, thank you very much. And yeah, I'll be back tomorrow, hopefully on time again. Hopefully not super late like I was tonight. And yeah, I'll see you guys then. Command's too busy counting up all that gifting event money in January. Yeah, that definitely. All right. Good night, guys.